There's a war going on, the books can't escape from the team. Call the morning steam, it's time to break, run for cover. Call the morning steam, it's time to break, run for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
All right, and a pleasant good morning to you, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Sunday, February 22nd. We're going to have some basketball here to talk about shortly. We just saw high drama. Couldn't even come on the air there for a second. We had to wait and see what happened with the 5-on-3. Can you believe it? The U.S. trying to give one away here, trying to give Canada a goal, trying to get them back in the game. And what a game we're seeing so far. Oh, God, it's high drama here every moment, every second. If you're a sports fan, you know what I'm talking about right now. Edge of your seat thrills here at this point from Italy right now in the gold medal game between the United States and Canada. I don't even know if we can go on with the show. I don't even know what we can do. Talk basketball here right now. But what we'll do is we'll just kind of ease into it. Maybe we can kind of squeeze in some of the previews here as we get to the end of the period. We got about 10 minutes to kill here. We just had a few minutes to kill right there on that double power play there, the 5-on-3 advantage, and then the Hellebuck Boldy with the goal here so far in this game. And just saw that incredible penalty kill right there from the United States. Canada with a couple of shots on goal. They couldn't quite pepper Hellebuck there. And Hellebuck was able to turn a couple aside, a couple off the side of the net there, and eventually the United States killed the 5-on-3 here right now. And man, don't be doing that. They're just trying to give the goal back here to Canada. But great job by the United States. Great job here by Canada. What a game so far. We'll just watch, everyone. Just enjoy here. We'll get to the previews. I'll just talk about some other stuff, recap some of the action from yesterday as we roll along here right now with this hockey game. This is the center of our world, our center of our universe here right now. Undoubtedly, can't take your eyes off of it. I don't know how we would preview any basketball games when you can't look up from the screen. But we will preview games in the NBA here today. 11-game card. We'll look at about 4 or 5 games in college basketball. With the college basketballs here right now, not a lot we can do with it. I mean, you got some conference championships still to be decided. So we'll look at a few games. We also had some great games yesterday. There's some steam coming in here right now. We'll take a look at it. And then we'll kind of just do the previews, I think, right at the intermission. And then the show, we could probably squeeze the show in. Like I said, there's 11 games, maybe 5 in college basketball. So some steam coming in right now. We'll just kind of recap it here. Get your pen. Oh, man, that one almost fluttered in there. Steam coming in here right now between Fairfield and Quinnipiac. Steam to the over. Full disclosure that I have sent out here today the game under. There is my pick. Oh man, this thing is floating around. They're trying to stuff it in right here. The U.S. Under a lot of heat here right now. It almost feels like they're still on the power play, talking about the Canadians here. Fairfield and Quinnipiac, Steam to the over. Right now it was 148, and right now it has gone up. Just moments ago here, and it is currently at 150 and a half. Little steam move here, 2.5 points right now. Gonna have a break in the action here at the Olympics. A little commercial before we get into the last portion of the second period here. Hope you're enjoying the game. Hey, look, there's no doubt. I mean, I was taking a shot there. I don't think anybody on the my handicap wasn't necessarily a high-scoring game. I just want a high-scoring game, and I figured there might. And look, there's been some great chances back and forth. The great goaltending. Hellebuck, very solid here. And let's continue to look at some of the steam that just came in. All right, guys. Just a few moments ago, it was Philadelphia and Minnesota. Steam to the over here in this one. I don't know if I'm agreeing with this one. It's already a pretty high number with the Sixers and the Wolves, but no, there are some injuries there. Steam came in on the over here at 237 a few moments ago. It's up to 239 right now. Wolves and Sixers. Wow, are they really going to go 240 today, huh? Steam just came in a short time ago. Let me say hello to some folks in the chat. I know we're not going to have a big crew here. You guys should be watching the game here right now. Iowa and Wisconsin took some steam to the over here in this one with the Hawkeyes and the Badgers. It was 146. We saw some steam come in here just a few minutes ago, and that total is up to 148 between Iowa and Wisconsin. It's just going to be a little bit slower than normal here. Also, Northern Kentucky and Youngstown State, some steam to the under in that one. Another one where I sent out the plays a little bit early here, anticipating playing this game. Figure the last period I'll be watching. I don't want to work too hard here. This is really the marquee event of the day. Granted, the Celtics are playing the Lakers today as well. Hey, hope you enjoyed last night. Hope you joined us for a UFC fight night with Strickland and Hernandez. What a performance by Strickland. I kept pressuring Mike to tell me why Strickland was looking so poised and ready. I just saw a determined fighter with a 1,000-yard stare. I didn't see the difference in between the two guys there in the second period, but man, what a effort there by Strickland last night to get the win, the third-round knockout of Anthony Hernandez, and Strickland puts himself maybe on trajectory to fight on the card there in Washington, D.C. I know it's something that he would probably like to do, and I know it was a big win for a lot of folks here last night, and hopefully you guys enjoyed our coverage of UFC Fight Night. Strickland Hernandez there, great win. Man, I got hot there a little bit in the second half of the card, at least when the main card came around, but I thought the fight would go the distance, and big time ending there for Strickland last night. 4 minutes to go here. Hello to everyone. Let me say hello in the chat as the drama continues here right now. Mike Humphrey was first in here currently. Blake is ready to go today as well. Bobby Mack is watching here. Couldn't believe it with that 5-on-3. I was just about to come on as well. We're going to have to wait here to see what happens with this. Good morning to Public Enemy. Nate here looking great here with the U.S. Pulling for a big smasheroo. He loves the under in this one. Real solid, of course. Sports Money is here, watching and enjoying the game as well. Blake here on the puck line with the U.S. and the under. We know we're going to get. It's only the second period, and if it's still 1-0, we're going to get some pushing and shoving in here. That's what I like. That's what we like to see right now. Brady Tkachuk involved there with. Stoney's in there. Okay. Let's see here. Jeff is here. Good morning to Jeff as well. Just wondering if it'll go in. Will it be 9-1 here? Hey, I don't think it's going to be even 2-1 the way we're going here. Just as I really anticipated. Like I'm, giving myself a little bit of a hard time saying, hey, with these guys could trade goals. There's no doubt the excitement of the speed of the game here. It's such high quality right now. But no doubt we're looking at a 1-goal game here going into the third. Our Thompson's here as well this morning. All right. And let's see what else we can talk about here real quick. Just to recap some of the games, and we're going to get started right now. At intermission, we're going to start the previews. So get ready for that. That's how we're going to run it here right now. College basketball last night, a lot of good games as well here, including the team, 4 best teams here. We talked about it last night on the show. Who were the best teams in college basketball? Who would the Final Four be? I think we kind of agreed on it there with Mike and Jeff last night. You had Duke defeating Michigan. Those two look like still 2 of the top 4 teams. Kind of a weird time of year to play. A non-league game there like that, one of those showcase games. But, man, Duke, 11th straight game for Duke with fewer than 70% possessions. They're actually about number 300 in pace. I mean, that's what makes them so intriguing to win the national championship, is they really control the entire game, and that really helped them because they dominated the boards in that game. It ended Michigan's 11-game winning streak, by the way, as Duke got the win 68-63 behind Cameron Boozer there. I look at all the guys that could be the first drafters. I think Boozer, the reason I like Boozer so much, I mean, he's got the pedigree, with his dad, was a real hard-working, tough-notch player, tough-nosed player, and I think Boozer's going to have that in the NBA. Boy, the U.S. so strong, even when the Canadians are getting those breakaways, the U.S. is able to get back on defense, clamp down, and they have multiple guys. They haven't had a lot of attack here, let's face it, in the second period, ever since the minutes before that 5-on-3. It's been a lot of play here in the Canadian end for sure. The U.S. not putting a lot of attacks together at all, as Canadians continue to just intercept the puck, dump it in here. Right now, the U.S. tries to clear it, but they just can't. Also, so in the other big game, it was Houston losing to Arizona. And I think with Arizona, we're putting them in that group that we talked about yesterday. Look, I mean, we talked about maybe it is chalky, but these teams really are just head and shoulders above the rest. It's college basketball, so anything can happen. But Arizona gets their 4th straight win, 4th straight game against top 25 team, and they've already beaten 3 teams in the top 3 basically this year, at least at the time. No, there's a goal. Yeah, you can see it coming, and I believe it was over the right shoulder of Hellebuck there. Perfect angle, perfect shot. Hellebuck came out just a little too far as well, and I'm pretty sure this thing sails right over the right shoulder of Hellebuck. Let's get the replay here. Hats off to Canada here with a terrific goal with 1:44 left. They get their all-important goal. It feels very important here in the second period anyway to pick up that goal right there as Cale Makar there. Yep. Hellebuck just did not have the angle quite shut down there, and this one gets by. Man, there's been a lot of peppering there. Just felt like eventually one was going to get in, and the great angle there to tie this game with 1:40 left. Okay, so Tays got the assists there in that one. Okay, so Arizona, they did get second straight loss for Houston, and for Arizona, meanwhile, they really have beaten some top-notch teams, and I think even with winning that game on the road without their star freshman there in that game, I thought that was a big sign there. UCLA came back to beat Illinois. They were down 33-10 in the first half, and UCLA came back to beat Illinois 95-94 in overtime on a great running layup, length of the floor layup shades of Tyus Edney. There, if anybody remembers that great UCLA game, went the length of the floor, very reminiscent of that. And UCLA got the win. Cincinnati dumped Kansas in Lawrence for their fourth straight win. There were some big upsets yesterday in college basketball, including Wyoming over Grand Canyon. Clemson lost to Florida State. Western Kentucky smashed Liberty. Liberty's been having a great season, but they could be taking a little bit off here with their probably conference championship in hand. Also, Valpo over Illinois, Chicago, Buffalo over UMass in overtime. Oregon beat USC. Portland State lost to Eastern Washington. Southern Illinois over Northern Iowa. Great game between Auburn and Kentucky. Saw Coach Pope kind of lamenting there, feeling like they got jobbed there in that game. And it was Auburn ending a 5-game losing streak by beating Kentucky 75-74. They put back a rebound with 1.4 seconds left. There's the U.S. with a couple of quick chances here, 30 seconds to go in the period. Also, New Mexico beating Fresno State. Bulldogs led 40-18 with under 5.5 to play. Oh, this one just hit the crossbar. Oh, my goodness. I'm pretty sure that hit the crossbar, bounced way out. Man, 5 seconds to go. Then we're going to go and we're going to stop at the play here real quick. Take a look at where that one hit. I'm pretty sure. Wow. Oh, God. Was it a double doinker? Was that a double doinker right there? Did it go off the right post and then off the top or the left? Was it a triple doinker? I don't know. I think it went right post, top crossbar, and then left post. It looked like. I don't have the sound on, so tell me if it was. My eyes are still pretty good. New Mexico over Fresno State. Shot, fake. Jake, my man, did it again with a big basket there. That's the end of the period. All right, let's go. They're going to mix it up here one more time. Little pretend shoving here. Everybody mixing it up. Nobody wants a real penalty here, but you got to get in some punches in there. This great game. Let's get to it with the previews and see how many we can knock out before the third period. We might just get off the air. Might just go with the picks. Thank you for joining me on this special day at the Winter Olympics. The final day of the Winter Olympics coming up in just a few hours. The closing ceremonies here at the games. All right, gang. we better start the show here. Okay. Yeah. End of the period. Okay. We'll just start the show. We'll just get going here and start to the previews. Get rid of the UFC after last night. And let's get to the NBA here as we have the intermission. We can not call these out here real quick. All right, here we go. Also, if you comment, you're going to be eligible at the end of the show for a drawing. We'll try to give away one more subscription here right now. Okay. I'm a little behind. In my work here. A little behind in getting the show together. Forgive me. Okay. Let's see who else said anything real quick. All right. Nate here, he wants the Celtics today. Look, they're probably the feature game of the day. Celtics and Lakers tonight, no matter how you look at it. Jeff liking the Celtics to smash Kripke. Cavs here, ready to go. Art Thompson, Arizona handled Houston. And Dirty Reg. Oh, he had Hernandez there. That was so amazing the way I was saying, Mike, why is this guy so poised? He says he's got that eye of the tiger. He's got the look. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see, but that's why these guys are experts and I'm not. And got that win. Okay. Jeff's got to play here to finalize at the golf tournament today. I thought we were just going to take Scotty. I thought we were just going to take Scotty here. Come on. He can do it. He can still do it. They're going to tee off here. Just getting ready to tee off, I think, here for some of the golfers at the event here. 15 minutes to the tournament starts here. Look, you got to give Scotty a chance, man. He's 5 under. Come on. He's only 14 strokes back. You think Bridgman here with a 6-stroke lead is going to cruise home to victory? No, he's coming back to the field, man. Come on. With Rory up there, let's see what happens. I'd be willing to take a shot here with maybe one of these golfers to come back and catch Bridgman. No disrespect to the 26-year-old. He's going for the first, going for his first tournament here. He's minus $5, but I think I'm interested in Rory. 5-1, 6 strokes back. Let's take Rory. Good luck, kid. Good luck to you, kid. But I'm going to take Rory here for a small one. All right, we got to get going. Let's get going with the show here. Okay. Cavaliers and Thunder action here for Sunday. Like I said, we might even just, we only got 14 minutes. I don't think we can finish the show, but we might. I'll be watching the action here. All right, for the Cavs coming in here, I said the Lakers and the Celtics are the featured game, but this certainly has overtones of a potential NBA Finals. Cleveland is hot right now, coming in on a winning streak here currently. Thunder certainly have had a little bit pause for the cause here with their play recently. They've given some games back. They're not that record-setting team we all thought they were. They've gone through a few injuries here and there. They're still awesome, even if they've slipped up here a little bit of late. They're coming in off of a win over Brooklyn to start their second half push here right now for Cleveland. They are currently winners of 7 straight. They've covered 8 of their last 11. Cleveland just 1-5 straight up and against the spread their last 6 games against Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City's gone over in 10 of their last 15. 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone over here. Look, I mean, I feel like at 226.5, this looks pretty juicy. I'm going to go ahead, though, and take the Cavs here in this one to win on the road. The injury story is kind of dictating this one, I think, here today with the Thunder missing SGA in this game. Alex Mitchell out. Jalen Williams, the guard, Jalen Williams is out for the Cavs. Evan Mobley is probable in this game, and I think the spread dictates here, and I'll take Cleveland -4 in this one. All right, and see if you guys have it in the chat. Look, there's a great opportunity to get the Thunder at home as an underdog very often, but I think it is that way for a reason. Jeff's coming home with Scotty at 75-1 here, or at 750 plus 750 there. Good morning to James Parham, Public Enemy. Likes the under in this one. And Mike might have some tournament matchups here for golf today. Cavs there for Robert, and the over, and our Tomps on the over here in this one. Let's keep it moving here right now with our next game between the Nets and the Hawks here today, with the Nets getting 9.5 points right now from Atlanta. This one's moved higher, definitely. Now, look, we know Brooklyn is really bad. I mean, they're struggling here. They just got blown out in their first 2 games by Cleveland, by Oklahoma City as well. But Atlanta's a terrible favorite. They're 9-17 as a favorite. This 8-16 is a favorite, 9-17 against the spread at home. Not a great spot necessarily for Atlanta. Yes, they are taking on Brooklyn, which is struggling. Atlanta does have some motivation here. If you look at the standings here currently in the Eastern Conference, Atlanta is the number 9 team, and they are going to be the team. Right now the top 8. I want to say they're almost. Look, there's 24 games left. There'll be some shakeup here. I'm sure some team will get hot, some will not. But really, if you look at the 8 team, the Magic are 3.5 games ahead of the Hawks for the number 8 slot. Now, that's nothing, with 24 games, 25 games left here. But it does give us some separation. These teams know where they stand, and the Hawks will have motivation here to win. But they got to win. Can they really get a blowout here? I mean, this team that doesn't cover any spreads really at all, and they're not here right now. Yes, they beat Philadelphia right out of the gate there by 10 points, but really that just snapped a long skid where they were losing and not even coming close to covering, and then they were right back to it when they got beat up by Miami at home after that first upset. Brooklyn is 9-1 against the spread versus Atlanta in the last 10 meetings between the two teams. Atlanta's just 1-4 straight up and 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games coming into this one. See what you got here with these two. Brooklyn here against Atlanta. Let's quickly go to the chat. Gosh, you guys, I'd love to be with you guys. Well, we'll stay on the air. I mean, come on. All right, let's see here. VAR's on the Nets. Bobby Mack here is on the under. Oh, he said looking at the wrong number there, I think. VAR on the Nets. Public Enemy, Hawks and Nets under here. VAR, is the U.S. still winning? No, we're tied. We're tied, VAR. This was going one. Is anybody? Hopefully they both get one here. Keep it exciting there. It's R. Thompson on the under here. Andrew K. says cheering from Canada there. And also Mike Humphrey on the under here in this one. Man, you guys like the under here. So let me go with Brooklyn here. I'm not sure I'm with you guys on the total, so we'll see there. I'll take Brooklyn here. Like I said, 9-1 ATS against Atlanta. Look, Brooklyn's not any good. They're not really playing that well. We know that, but Atlanta's been a dreadful cover actually, and it's going to be tough enough just for them to get a win, I think, here. Maybe it will be a blowout, but I'll say keep it within single digits. Next up, Nuggets taking on the struggling Warriors here right now. The injured Warriors limping along. Right now, Denver coming in 36-21. Denver off of a win last time out over Portland. Remember, 157-103. Denver's going to be a handful. Of course, I want to say they're just cruising along here, waiting for the postseason to begin. But they're well suited. I think they know their situation, right? Sure, they could move up here in the Western Conference, but the Thunder and the Spurs are kind of well clear of the Nuggets. The Nuggets are about 4.5 games back of the Spurs and 7 back of the Thunder. So, all they really have to do, make sure they come in 3rd or 4th place. I think that's a good goal for the Nuggets here. They're in 3rd currently. And they're favored here on the road against the Warriors, who will be without Chef Curry in this one. Also for the Warriors, KP is probable here for the Nuggets. Murray is questionable with a hamstring injury. Pickett out, Watson out here for Denver in this one. So Denver still favored by 6 here. Look, these two teams are, it feels like an over situation. I'm just not sure it is going to be an over, actually, with the setup of this game right now. Let me see how you guys have it, though, first, and then maybe I'll make my call here in this one. Okay. Let's see here. Nuggets for VAR. Robert still willing to take the Warriors here. 9 legacy with the plays here. Cavs on the spread. Bucks on the spread. Nets on the spread. Nuggets on the spread. Thank you, 9 legacy. Art Thompson on the Nuggets here. Bobby Mack on the under. Thank you to the chat here. Elliot today is here. Says take the Nuggets game to go over. Okay. Yeah, look, like I said, these are two over teams definitely here. Nets 20, Nuggets 22-10 to the over on the road. The Warriors are 18-11 to the over at home. Warriors are 7-10 to the under as a dog. Just trying to paint a picture somehow that this game can stay under, because I'm actually going to go under in this one. James Parham is on Denver here, but look, this one, if you'll just look trend-wise, it points to the over. I'm taking the under in this one. 7 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams have gone under. Golden State over in 10 of their last 15. Denver over in 8 of their last 10. But with no Curry, I think the tempo can change here. It went for, let's see here. Denver won 129-104 in the last meeting. I'm going under. Next up, Raptors and Bucks here. NBA action for Sunday with the Raptors on the road here, favored by 3. Now, I don't want to say that, Milwaukee's better without Giannis in the lineup. But this team just continues to play very, very hard, winning games, covering games without Giannis here. Maybe there was a little bit of drama queen to that whole situation with Giannis, right? He's still not back in the lineup yet. Milwaukee's played quite well. Toronto comes in having won 3 of their last 4 right now. And, hey, they're favored on the road because they're doing a great job here, winning over Chicago in their first game out of the gate here. 110-101. They got the money, laying 6.5. Toronto 16-11 against the spread on the road, but 14-19 against the spread has a favorite here. I like Milwaukee here in this game. I think they're playing really well here without Giannis. They have consecutive wins here. They beat New Orleans, their first game out of the break here. They also had wins over Orlando and KC before that. So they've won and covered 3 straight here. I'm taking the Bucks in this one, plus the points against the Raptors. As I think they continue to play pretty darn well here right now. They've won and covered 6 of their last 7, while Toronto, they're doing well, no doubt. 8-4 straight up, 4-1 against the spread their last 5. So there's a sneaky good game here and an important game for both teams here. Mainly so, I think, for the Bucks, as they're in the chase right now. They are still 4.5 games back right now. They've got a lot of work to do, but I wouldn't put it past them. They're probably right at the breaking point. The Bulls are 6 games out of the playoff spot. The Bucks are 4.5 out of the playoff spot. And for the Raptors, they're in 5th place here right now, and they're kind of comfortable. They're closer to 4th place than they are to 6th place, which is a great news for them. But look, they're going to the playoffs here. They want to keep winning, but the Bucks are showing life with these guys. I'm going to try them here today. Get to the chat here real quick. See what we got. Got by Mac on the Bucks here. He also likes the under. Public Enemy on the Nuggets. R. Thompson on the under. And, the role that Thomas can play. I think, look, let's also take a look, see who's in and out here. I should have covered this because this is big news here. Scotty Barnes is out for Toronto, so that's a pretty big deal. Miles Turner is out as well. Bobby can start rooting for his butt. Look, there's no doubt. I think Bucks fans can be pleased with the way the rest of the guys have played. Get Giannis back. Look, you're still going to get a very, very solid effort with Giannis. Just play the game, Giannis. Get healthy. Be in there for your team, man. This team is not out of it yet. Okay, also Blake here on the Bucks. All right, we might get through some of this here. We're going to be close to it. Then we have to go into the game here a little bit. Hopefully you'll stick with me here. I'll probably be talking slow and watching the screen. Okay. Mavericks and Pacers. Hey, given the coaching, the way that these two programs have evolved here, a little bit of familiarity there, but Dallas just continues to be dreadful here right now without Cooper Flagg in the lineup. Look, they were having enough trouble with him in the lineup. As good as he's been, a one-man team pretty much, and they haven't been able to support him at all. And They come in here a 2-point favorite of all things over the Indiana Pacers. What? Now, the Pacers have their own set of problems here coming in, especially on the injury front of this game, with Pascal Siakam questionable, Micah Potter questionable, TJ McConnell questionable, Cam Jones questionable, Nembhard questionable, Nesmith out of this game. So I think that's what you're looking for, looking at here with this contest, and maybe why the Mavs are a favorite. But look, Flag is out. Max Christie is questionable here. Caleb Martin is probable here in this one. Look, Dallas, can they really end this losing streak? Are there enough players out for the Pacers, or can the Pacers summon up enough to stay in this game? The Pacers have lost 2 straight to Washington out the gate here, so that's not good. Losing back-to-back games. Remember, it was at Washington. They are back home here right now, and look, they're going to be sending out a pretty subpar lineup, but I think Dallas might be too. I'm going to try the Pacers in this one, plus a couple of points in this one. If the Mavs win this one, hats off to them. No wonder it's close. We're getting ready to drop the puck here for the third period. So enjoy, everyone. I'll just be a little guy talking in the background here. I'll get some picks from you guys right now on this game real quick. We got Blake on the Pacers here, and Elliott on the Pacers as well. He says, look, they can cover this against the Mavs. They play well against the Mavericks, no doubt. That maybe can be incorporated a little bit in the handicap here. Again, a lot of personnel missing, but Dallas is just 1-4 straight up and against the spread in the last 5 meetings between the two. We know Dallas is low. I don't even know how many they've lost in a row. I've lost track. Is it 11? Is it 12? Is it 13? Or is it 10? I don't know, but it's long here. Indiana's gone over an 8 of 12 here. We're just sitting again. The puck just in the U.S. zone right now as the Canadians continue to put pressure. U.S. finally gets possession, but all they can do is send the puck down the ice for an icing call. Okay.
Steam play.
Indiana 2-6 in their last 8. Hey, here's some steam real quick. It's on Memphis Tigers, that is, in their game here today against UAB. This game is first up here in a couple of hours. Memphis taking the steam right now at -4.5. It's up to 5.5 right here with Memphis taking the steam. Okay, Robert is on the over here in this one. Yeah, I would think this one, even though these two teams are probably best known to go under here right now, I think the setup for this is going to be to the over here, actually. Dallas is just 5-11 to the under as a favorite, but I'm going to look for it to go over. Indiana's gone over in 4 of their last 5 at home and 8 of their last 12 overall. But I think my pick here, actually, if we got to focus here, my pick is on the Pacers. Public Enemy is on the Mavs. Here's an over for James Parham. Bar is on, leaning to the over. 9 Legacy. Mavericks on the spread. And Kripke says Pacers as long as Siakam and Nembhard come in. Yeah, a lot of question marks here in this game, definitely here. Oh, that should have been a goal. How did that not get in? How did the puck was literally sitting in the crease for a good split second and just needed to be tapped in? Did Hellebuck actually get something on, get a stick on it? We got to see a replay of that. Here we go. We've got to see a replay of that. How was that not a goal? Michigan State just got steamed. We're taking a look one more time. Oh, God, and a stick save by Hellebuck. I don't even know if he knew he saved it. But he saved it with the thick portion of the goalie stick, and it deflected away right through the crease right there. Amazing that the Canadians could not put it in against Hellebuck. All right. We got some steam came in on Michigan State here in their game, the big game against Ohio State. We'll preview that game in just a moment. It was 9.5 up to 10.5. It looks like here with Michigan State taking a little bit of steam right there. How did that not go into the net? Whew. That was a golden opportunity for, if the Canadians lose, they'll look back at this. Oh, Taves was just sitting. Taves was the one who had the chance to put the goal in. Purdue Fort Wayne taking a little bit of steam here right now against Cleveland State. Purdue Fort Wayne was a 2.5 point favorite. They're up to 3.5 here, it looks like. IPFW is taking the steam here right now. IPFW. All right. Going to resume the previews here, I think. Where are we? Where are we leaving off? Here comes the U.S. the other way, and it's turned away here, and it's a little bit of a breakaway here, 2-on-2. A little bit of steam coming in. That'll keep us occupied. St. Peter's and Siena steam to the over here in this one. These are two teams that have been going under a little bit this year, but some steam to the over right now. It was 135.5 up to 137 here with St. Peter's and Siena. So happy to have you guys here. Right now, just had a, let's see here. Sevilla beat Getafe 1-0. Final just in. Levante and Barcelona about to go. Napoli leads Atalanta 1-0. Torino lost to Genoa 3-0 today. Fulham and Sunderland no score at halftime. Wolves and Crystal Palace no score. Liverpool and Forest no score. Mönchengladbach and Freiburg no score. And League One, Rennes and Auxerre, 3-0 Rennes leads. Okay, we're going to keep it going right now. Nobody said anything in the chat because no one is. I'm not putting up any games, and we're not even. We're just watching, aren't we? Okay, here we go. I'm going to put another game up. Probably take 5 minutes to do it.
Steam playing.
And it's not a great game. Youngstown State next to take the steam here. Let's just keep the steam coming right now. That's easier for me. Youngstown State was a 3-point favorite. They're up to 4 right now in their matchup with Northern Kentucky. Steam just came in on Youngstown State. U.S. steals the puck in the Canadian zone. Now here comes a breakaway for Canada. Here's Celebrini, 1-on-1 against Hellebuck. Hellebuck stops it again with a pad save. Celebrini crashes into him. USA comes out of there with the puck. What a stop there by Hellebuck, and Macklin Celebrini had a chance. Could he be the star of this game? He's obviously a star, future star of the league. And all right, here we go. Next up was a great game here. Hornets and Wizards, oh boy. All right, Hornets, big double-digit favorite on the road here in this one against lowly Washington here. Washington, though, won 2 games already here out of the break. They beat Indiana twice. So, hey, good on you, Washington. And it'll drive it right into Hellebuck, and we'll have a face-off. Quinnipiac just got steamed here right now, and then the last couple of seconds, Quinnipiac taking the steam here in their matchup against Fairfield. Quinnipiac was a 6-point favorite. They're up to 7 here right now with Quinnipiac taking that steam here against Fairfield. Just a few moments ago, Quinnipiac is up to a 7-point favorite. Okay. For Charlotte, they come in here off of a loss here out of the 2 losses, actually, but they did cover the spread in both those games, despite they were playing tough teams in Cleveland and Houston here, but they did cover the spread. And look, it wasn't exactly what I cashed in both these games, taking the Hornets plus 4.5. They lost by 4, plus 5.5. They lost by 5 to Cleveland. So I think there's a lot of faith here in the Hornets, but gosh, are we really going to lay 12 points here in this game with the Hornets? Hey, they're playing great, but I still think you got to kind of lump them into the, also rans here at this point. Here's Wright State taking a little bit of steam against Robert Morris right now. Wright State was a 4-point favorite. They're taking the steam here right now in this one, and they are up to, pardon me, gang, up to a 5-point favorite right now. Wright State just took the steam here. 13:49 to go in the hockey game. So anyway, we'll just read off a little bit here with Charlotte. I mean, they are a great cover. There's no doubt they're a money-making team here, but there are 9-6 against the spread as a favorite. Washington 22-29 against the spread as a dog. Charlotte has already won here a couple of times this year over Washington, both times at home. They beat Washington 126-109 back in December. They beat them 119-115, but did not cover just about a month ago. But I'll just say too many points here still. Yes, Charlotte has been pretty terrific here. Remember, not only do they come out here and cover these first two games, they actually were on a long winning streak, remember. They had won 10 of 11. Niagara just took the steam against Ryder on the road. Niagara was a 1-point favorite. They just took the steam here right now, and Niagara is up to a 2.5-point favorite here right now. Okay, so look, great job by Charlotte, right? They had won 10 out of 11 before the break. Yes, they lost the first two. They still covered against two of the better teams in the league. They've still covered 7 of their last 8. Washington has won 6 of the last 8 meetings between the two teams at home. And Charlotte just 2-7 ATS against Washington. So maybe just a slight head-to-head edge maybe gets it done here. Look, if you look trend-wise, I mean, you have to think that Charlotte should maybe win and cover the spread because they're doing a great job this season. But come on, 12 points, as solid as they've been here of late. For Charlotte, they're right now in 10th place, 4 games behind the Magic. Charlotte's playing well enough. They're, I think they probably have a better chance than Atlanta of landing that last spot. Right now, you've got the Sixers, the Heat, the Magic, the Hawks, and the Hornets, and maybe the Bucks in there right now. I think those 6 teams are in for 3 spots, it feels like to me. I'm going to try the Wizards here, just plus these points. Okay? Anybody comment on it? Oh, yeah, you guys are commenting here. Sorry about that. Wizards for Robert. Elliott's on the Hornets. 9 Legacy's on the Hornets here. Let's see. Robert was on the under there. I think R. Thompson's on the under here. I agree with that. Public Enemy on the Hornets here. VAR on the Wizards, though. Hello to Jermaine today. And Mike says LaMelo's going to get another car wreck, right? The thing about LaMelo, everybody's like, how come he's not facing charges for – there's a thing called insurance. It's an accident. He's probably got some really good insurance. The guy's probably going to have a better car than what he came out of there with. And LaMelo will have to fix up his little sneaker car there a little bit. AOD, hello as well. All right, I'll try the Wizards there. Next up, we'll probably get off the air in time for the overtime intermission, right, gang? Look at this game. How are we going to preview this one with what's going on? But we know Nate's on the Celtics here to smash. Celtics, they're on the road, actually a favorite here against the Lakers. That crosses me up a little bit here. Look, Celtics are playing great. Hopefully, I'm really hoping that Tatum can get healthy here real quick, get into this lineup. This game has really no injury report other than Jason Tatum. And wouldn't it be great if he could make it back within the next month in time for the postseason? Celtics here favored by 2, total 229. It's gone up a little bit here with these two right now. Boston on the road here so far, coming in off of a win to start the second half. They beat up on the Warriors, 121-110, got the money. I was on Boston in that game. Boston coming in 18-10 against the spread on the road. Lakers just 8-14 against the spread as an underdog. The two teams met in February. In December, it was 126-105 in favor of Boston at home. They got the money there in that one. Lakers won their first game out of the break, beat the Clippers, did not cover. We took the Clippers in that one. Lakers won by 3 there, and I'm going to be on Boston in this game. I know we're not doing a good job giving reasons or anything here today, but we read, oh God, another shot turned away. I think Hellebuck got a piece of that. Boston's won 7 of their last 8 games here. They've beaten the Lakers in 5 of the last 7 meetings. Boston 6-2 ATS in their last 8 games. Overall, on the U.S. with a big chance here. The puck's still loose. Kicked away. U.S. retains possession here. 10.5 to go. Lakers have won 5 of their last 7 coming in. They've won 8 of their last 12 at home. 11 of the last 16 meetings between these two teams have gone over, including 6 of the last 8 games here in crypto. Boston comes in having gone under in 9 of their last 11 games. I think these two teams kind of Boston's definitely an under right now here, short and long term, 15-25 to the under as a favorite. Lakers, they're an over here for sure right now. 18-8 to the over at home, 14-8 to the over as an underdog here. Put your picks in. Go ahead. We'll recap them here real quick. Our game continues to progress. I'm going with the under in this one with the Lakers and the Celtics here today. Give me the under in this one. Let's see what we got in the chat here. Lakers for 9 legacy. Robert here's on the Celts. He also likes the over. Jermaine says Celtics smash them and then pass them. I think that's what that says. Yeah, I kind of lean Celtics here for sure. I'm going to take the under, though, in this one. 2 decent clubs here with the Sixers taking on the Timberwolves. And the Wolves are favored here, I think, by 8.5. Let's put the right. There we go. Sixers and Timberwolves here in this one. Down in 8.5 minutes to go in the regulation here. This one's heading for overtime, maybe. All right, Minnesota comes in here out of the All-Star break with a win over Dallas. They did not cover. Puck is loose in front. Still loose. Minnesota beat Dallas 122-111. They did not cover, laying 14.5 for Philadelphia. Meanwhile, they're on a losing streak here. They've already lost 2 games out of the break. They've lost 4 in a row. To start here, I don't want to say if there's one team that is not putting forth, does not have momentum coming into the second half, it feels like it's the Philadelphia 76ers. Like I said, they'll probably hang on here. They are 4 games clear of the 9th place team, but they're in 6th place right now, but it just feels like their 4-game losing streak, which is the worst among all the playoff caliber teams here at this point, it feels like the Sixers are slipping here a little bit, but they are in their best role. They're getting some decent points here at 8.5 right now. If you can say anything about Philadelphia, I mean, they're 17-8 against the spread on the road this season. Minnesota's been pretty bad, 13-7 against the spread at home, 19-27 against the spread as a favorite. So it's just not the best role for Minnesota. Gobert is out due to a suspension. Also, Embiid is questionable here for the game today. I'm still going to try the Sixers here plus 8.5 in this one. Like I said, the Sixers, you still got to give them a little bit of credit for this away record right now. They do seem to come up with some decent performances on the road, and they're getting enough points here for me. I'm going to go ahead and try Philadelphia in this one. Right, here we go with Public Enemy is on the Wolves. VAR talking about that epic blizzard right now. The governor has, I believe, declared it a disaster area, and then Mamdani is letting everyone die all the homeless die on the streets. Very sad. Okay, 76ers on the spread. I know all the Sean Strickland fans are going crazy. Okay, Robert McCormick is on the Wolves here. He's also on the over. Art Thompson's loving what Hellebuck is doing here for the United States. And Elliott on the Timberwolves, Barrs on the Sixers, and Art Thompson is on the over. Seven and a half to go here. Trailblazers taking on the Suns here tonight. This one's at 8:10 Eastern, 5:10 Pacific time, with the Trailblazers favored on the road by 3.5. Total 222.5. Here with this one. For Portland here, to come in here 27-30. Portland definitely sitting here probably thinking they've got a chance here to stay in this one right now. Look, I say it's between the Clippers and the Warriors maybe for this. Oh, boy, nice shot there, but turned away by Hellebuck. The Trailblazers are 2.5 games out of the playoff position. The Clippers are currently 2 games out of the playoffs. If I had to throw anybody else in there, look, it feels like the Warriors are the team that's going to be holding on for dear life. I think the Suns are playing well enough to be clear of the Warriors in 7th place. The Warriors are in 8th place, the Clippers are in 9th, and the Trailblazers are in 10th. I think the Clippers are playing, obviously, I think they're better than the Trailblazers. I think they're playing better than the Trailblazers. So I think it's going to be the Clippers trying to catch the Warriors, but you have to still give the Trailblazers probably the next other team that has a chance here to still try to make it to the postseason. Phoenix, meanwhile, they are 3.5 games clear of the Warriors in 7th place. I think the Suns can hang on. I know a lot of people are a little bit down on them right now, but they've still got an excellent record here, and they do a pretty good job covering numbers. 18-11 against the spread at home, 17-12 against the spread. As a favorite, we have a power play here. Bennett just got a high staking penalty. This could be some drama here for the next 2 minutes. Portland just 3-7 against the spread coming in. They lost to Denver in that 157-103 game last time, and that was at home. But, Denver feels like they're just feeling like they're getting it together here at this point. For Phoenix, they come in here off of a win over Orlando last night, 113-110. So they are on the back-to-back here a little bit. That will make it a little bit dicey here in this one. And the Blazers are favored because Booker is out of this game, but I still think we saw the Suns go out there. I know it's a back-to-back, but they were in the same predicament last night, basically, in that game against Orlando. Now, some people maybe not even cover the spread. We were on it at least early on yesterday, and in that game, eventually went up to 3.5, but we did get the winner there at -2. Hopefully you did too. But now they're underdog here. Because no Booker, also Dylan Brooks broke his hand last night. We were talking about on the show. I think Mikey had a prop, or someone maybe in the chat did, and he broke his hand. So that's a big factor too. Now, like I said, I think Phoenix is still playing pretty good. I'm not too, overly impressed with Portland here that I want to maybe lay points with them on the road. Now, it is a little bit of an issue here. This puck is loose and floating around in front. It's deflected away here. Here, this is, a 5-minute penalty right now, so we're halfway through it. I'm going to take Phoenix here at home. Again, this is a little dicey. Portland here favored right now. Portland, not a great cover here. They've actually failed to cover in 3 straight here. Run off a few trends here real quick. 2:18 to go in the power play. Portland just 7-10 here against the spread in their last 10. Portland's gone over in 8 straight games. And Portland's also 5-2 against the spread their last 7 games against Phoenix. Phoenix just 2-4 straight up, 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two teams have gone over, and 6 of the last 9 games for Phoenix have gone over. I don't know that without Booker in there, I don't know if this game's going to end up on an over. This total is 222.5 here. And I'm not sure it's going to go over, but I'm going to take Phoenix here plus the points. Let's see what you guys have here. 1:30 to go in this power play, man. This long 5-minute power play here. Bad timing for the Canadians, but they're doing a good job here, killing it off. In the game of the century. Okay, Here we go. We're going to look at the plays here right now. Tabilo just won that final over Boos in Rio. Okay, here we go. I think Art Thompson's on the over here. Jermaine with the prop. Robert on the under, and he likes the Suns. Glad to have a couple dozen up here right with me right now. Oh, and look at that. Hughes just got it. How do you do that? How do you do that? What did Hughes do here? High sticking. High sticking by Hughes. Send Horvat to the ice. That's poor timing there. Really what he did, he lost his footing. He lost the puck, and they tried to reach back, and that didn't work out. And Blake's on the over, Barr's on the over, Art Thompson on the over here. You guys are on the over. I agree with you guys. 9 Legacy here says Trailblazers on the spread. Yesterday he was on Phoenix. Injuries are going to catch up with Phoenix today, especially with that back-to-back. I think 9 Legacy. I think that's probably one of the reasons. Yes, Book is out, but also maybe a little bit of back-to-back is maybe why the Portland has earned the favoritism. Promise you, if it was the Suns 3.5, I guess why would it be? But I don't like to play that game too much, but I'd probably go the other way. Okay, let's see. No Booker, no Brooks. Yeah, and that's a big factor too. Is the fact that But in fact, yesterday, in talking about that game yesterday, a lot of people were, the line was adjusted the way it was because of the Booker injury. Remember, Brooks was returning back from the suspension, and that was kind of my cap on the game was, hey, I've still got Brooks in there, so I like Phoenix. He left in the first quarter, but they still just got it done. Yeah, that was an embarrassing loss there for the Trailblazers. Okay, I'm taking Phoenix in this one. Okay, here we go. A couple more, then we'll finish up at the overtime intermission, and the show will be over. We'll watch overtime in private. I don't know if I could stay on the air with you guys. We'll just mention the guys are over there on their show right now, so we can go join them here at the end and talking about Dylon and Ixniz. They're on the air live right now and doing a great job. I'm watching them here. Okay, next up, the Knicks are taking on the Bulls. A minute to go in this power play here. McKinnon walking it in, celebrating with a slapper. Canada still in the zone with the puck. 40 seconds to go in the power play. McKinnon slides it across. Whew. McCarr running the point there. McKinnon's in there. Oh, Reinhardt had a chance to stuff one home, but Hellebuck's there. U.S. is going to Oh, they couldn't control the puck. One more chance here for Canada. 15 seconds to go. 10 seconds to go. Slap shot, no good. Off the back wall. Power play is killed. 125 to go here. All right, the Bulls are coming in with a long losing streak here right now. This is their story here in the Bulls. Once an early season contender, right now they are well short of the postseason. Basically 6 games back here of 8th place. So it would take a dramatic turnaround. The Bulls are probably toast here at this point. They've lost 8 straight, haven't covered the spread in any of them. However, New York just 1-5 against the spread last 6 games against Chicago. The Knicks have won 11 of their last 14, covered 10 of those 14 games. The Knicks coming in here off of a win to start. They actually lost to Detroit, then they beat Houston. They didn't cover in either of those 2 games, however. Knicks are 27-12 against the spread as a favorite, but just 11-16 against the spread on the road. Still laying a pretty big number here, but this Bulls team is so dysfunctional right now. They played Detroit yesterday, and Detroit easily smashed the Bulls in that game. Now, granted, they're both coming in off the back-to-back, but the Bulls were at home in that game against the Pistons, getting 10.5 points. The Pistons went right on by and covered against them here. Why wouldn't the Knicks do the same? Maybe because they're on a back-to-back, but Chicago here, not even coming close. I mean, they're losses here. Chicago, they were 10.5 point dogs, lost to Detroit by 16. 6.5 point dogs, lost to Toronto by 9. 13.5 point dogs, lost to Boston by 19. I'm going to have to take the Knicks here in this one to win and cover. Give me the Knicks over the Bulls. Who really wants the Bulls? And admit it. Bulls have gone over in 6 of their last 7. Knicks have gone under in 11 of their last 16, but 6 of the last 7 meetings between the 2 teams have gone over. I think that's the way I would look if I was going with the total here. I'd probably look to the over with these 2. The teams met back in November. It was 128-116. The Knicks got the win and the cover at home. See what you got in the chat. We're back. We're on intermission here, so we'll finish up the show, and then we'll go ahead let you guys get out here and watch the end of the game. Someone's going to win 2-1. The under is cashed here at the gold medal game. Okay, I think Barr's on the under here. And, yeah, I'm going to throw out a few games here, Bar. The games, I'll tell you about it when we get to it. There's just not a lot of important college games. The conferences that we're covering today, the championships kind of been wrapped up. And again, a lot of these are one-bid conferences. That's why we're covering who's going to win the regular season title just for the novelty of it. Okay, let's see here. Robert going over. Our Tom's on the over. Elliot on the over. A lot of overs here. I agree. Bulls for 9 legacy. Robert liking the Bulls. So, look, they're at home. Maybe they can finally get something together. They're getting double digits. I guess I don't mind. But like I said, the Pistons went right. They just smashed them yesterday. And I don't know, a lot of comparisons you can make about this Knicks team and the Pistons a little bit, right? The momentum anyway and the way they're playing. The East is shaping up to be pretty, we know it's going to be interesting with Boston, Cleveland, New York, Detroit. I think those are the 4, right?
Critical notice.
All right, let's go to the last one here right now. Jermaine with a little prop in there. Last NBA game between the Magic taking on the Clippers here in this one. The Clippers favored by 2.5 here in this one against the Magic. Magic with a lot of momentum here, it feels like. Kawhi is questionable with an ankle injury. John Collins, he got a concussion, I think, last game. He's out. For the Magic, Franz Wagner, he's out of this game. Jalen Suggs is questionable as well. Clippers still a favorite here against Orlando. Like I said, look, Orlando has the better record, but the Clippers are like Zenyatta right now. They feel like they're coming like a freight train from hell. Clippers have won 14 of their last 20. They've covered 5 straight games. They've 11-3 against the spread in their last 14. They've covered 4 out of the last 5 meetings against Orlando. Orlando is 4-2 straight up and against the spread in their last 6 games. Overall, Orlando's gone over in 4 of their last 6. Clippers, though, and Orlando have gone under in 12 of their last 18 games coming in. Clippers just 11-15 against the spread as a favorite, but Orlando just 10-17 against the spread on the road. Orlando's 9-7 to the over as an underdog. The Clippers, however, 12-14 to the under as a favorite. I'm going to take the Clippers in this one to win and cover here tonight against Orlando. I think the Clippers have enough momentum here. Look, Orlando, I think, is getting a lot of support, a lot of public support here, but, Clippers here still trying to get some things done here. Yeah, no Kawhi might be a problem here tonight. Let me go to the plays in the chat here. Let's see here. Magic, but he wants Suggs in there. Ben Matterin. I think this is part of the thing, Jermaine. I think the Clippers are really putting together. I think they have a pretty decent lineup here. Look, I don't know if they're going to get anything done long term, but I think this is a playoff team that will work themselves past the Warriors eventually. Robert likes the under here. Public Enemy's on the Clippers. Elliot likes the over. He says it's gone over here. Magic gone over. He says in 7 straight games there right now, or going over that 215. Yeah, I think they're 4-2 to the over in the last 6, but certainly been some high-scoring games here of late. For example, they went under against Sacramento, was still 225. They went under against Milwaukee, was 217. So, but again, the Clippers have a tendency to play some of the lower-scoring games in the league, no doubt about it. Okay, that's it for the NBA. Let's look at our 5 games here before we get back to the hockey game. Thank you for joining me this special episode. We'll always remember where we were when we watched the gold medal game in 2026. That incredible game that we don't know who even won, but we will. We will eventually. Okay. So, hey, guys, let's go ahead and give those guys, our buddies, they always come on with us, especially Dylon, right after the show here. Look, if you want to go over there right now with the guys. But let's do me a favor, you guys. I know we got just about a dozen of you in here right now, but, and, we're on the college, so no, everybody's leaving, I think. But let's go over, if you have time, and let's go over to see the guys there and at least jump in their chat room a little bit, give them a little love over there. They got more than us watching right now. So let's go over to them and say hi to Dylon and Ixniz. They're doing the game. Meet me over there right at the end of this segment. Okay, guys? Let's go to Ohio State and Michigan to get things going here right now. And we did just see that steam come in on Michigan State here a short time ago. We will also mention time change here for one game. Niagara and Ryder was scheduled for, it's been moved to noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. I'm sure that might be, is that weather related there? That one been pushed back 2 hours or pushed up 2 hours to noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. That's Niagara and Ryder. Okay, we just got some injury information on this game as well here just a few minutes ago. For Ohio State, Royal is questionable. Bynum is questionable. Mobley remains out here for Ohio State. So Ohio State is playing, they're a little shorthanded here for sure in this matchup. It's a pretty big number here with Michigan State favored now by, where's our line here? There we go, by 10, mostly, mostly 10.5, I'd say here right now. And the total is 146. So see what you think here in this one. Again, look, Ohio State, Mobley, best player on the team, I'm pretty sure, right, for Ohio State, they're fine guard here. Michigan State, 21-5, ranked 15th right now. They're coming in off of a win last time out over UCLA. Blew them out, remember, 82-59. Remember the end of the game with the with Uncle Mickey going crazy down there. Ohio State comes in off of an impressive win over Wisconsin. They actually covered in a non-league game, strangely last week. Lost by 4, covered 5.5. Ohio State's 5-4 against the spread as an underdog. Michigan State comes in here having won 2 of their last 3. They actually beat Illinois, remember, in overtime. These two teams did have have not yet met this season. Let's see what you got in the chat. I'm almost going fast here so we can make sure we don't get to the next game here. All right. Let's see what you got here in this one with Ohio State and Michigan State. Like I said, the games are not great. They don't have a lot of impact in the standings here. This one certainly does not have much of an impact currently in the overall standings, although I think you could possibly argue here that maybe a little bit of close to the bubble action here, a little bit for Ohio State right now, but I think they're probably in here. It'll be close. It just depends on the automatic bids. I think you're going to get at least eight or 9 teams here. So for Ohio State, Indiana, they could be maybe on the outside. Fighting here. Important game. If Ohio State wins this game, that's going to be important to them right now. Michigan State, 11-4, 5th place in the Big Ten here right now. And I'm going to go ahead and take Sparty in this one. Give me Michigan State here at home. Okay. Sorry about that. Let me get to the chat here real quick in this one. All right, let's see here. Under for Bar. Elliot, we're going to go over to the Who Bangin' Sports channel and say hi to those guys, okay? And I want everybody to go in there and make their presence known. I know we share a lot of the same audience. Just let's go in there and say, great job, guys. Let's go USA. And, Dylon's rooting for Canada. Let's say go Canada in there. And they're having a great time. Dylon's wearing his Canada stuff, and Sniz is wearing his USA stuff, so it's really cool over there, okay? Public Enemy says Ohio State and Michigan game 2 go under. Yeah, Mike, we got the old format here for the overtime. You wish in the Olympic, maybe just for this one special occasion, we could just play until the death, right? That's the great thing about the NHL playoffs sometimes too, though, at least, right? We play until someone finally scores in the playoffs. We should do that for the Olympics, but we've got to get back to the regular season. So I'm going to go over the Who Bangin' channel, Who Bangin' Sports. Our Toms, hopefully you can. Okay, here's Blake on Ohio State. Robert's on the Buckeyes, also on the under, and our Toms is on the under. I'll just type it in here. I think this will get us over there. Okay, we're going to go over there and hang out. Maybe we'll go over there and hang out with those guys for the end of the game, okay? All right, Eric Acevedo, hello. He's got Ohio State here. He's got on the under, and there's that Who Bangin'. We're going to go over there and see those guys right now. Okay, Iona and Merrimack is next. Only mention this one here right now in the MAAC. Because Merrimack is they're already in a share of the championship. They've already clinched a share. A win gives them the championship, and I think they'll get it here today against Iona. I think they can win and probably cover here in this one. Merrimack's having a great season. They're 15-2 in conference play. They've got Kavere Kennedy. You got to wonder where this guy's going to end up. He'll probably leave Merrimack after this year. He's terrific. Merrimack coming in here as a 7.5 point favorite, total 139 here right now. 136.5. Hello. I typed these in there before the hockey game, I think, or somewhere in there during the game. I was typing about one every 5 minutes. Okay, so Merrimack here favored by 7.5 here. Merrimack comes in 19-9. Iona's 16-12. Iona's coming off a nice win last time out over St. Peter's, 72-64, a home cover. But Merrimack's one of the best teams in the country at covering the spread at home. They're 9-1 against the spread at home, 10-2 against the spread as a favorite. Again, a win gives them the outright championship in only their 6th year in Division One. They're about to win the MAAC. MAAC sent out a cryptic tweet there on Saturday. Looks like they're going to change the name of their conference because they're tired of being confused with the MAC. And Mike makes fun of it too. And I'm like, just say MAAC like I do. That makes it easy. But they're going to make a change, I believe, to the name of their conference. Okay, any plays from the chat here? We've got Robert on the under, Iona here for Eric, Merrimack for Robert, Merrimack for Blake. Let's keep it going here. We're going to do 3 more games, and then we're going to get out of here. Let's go over to see those guys and hang out the rest of the game with them, okay? Next up, we've got Robert Morris taking on Wright State. All right, we're just picking games here that I feel have some type of at least something to play for here a little bit. And with this one, Wright is favored. We saw me update it here because Steam came in. Remember, while we were on the show. Okay, there we go. And so let's take a look here with these two as we go out to the horizon. Wright State is in the same predicament. They are 13-4 right now, and basically a 2.5 game lead over Green Bay. So a win gives them the conference title outright. They have 3 games left. There are 4 teams with 7 losses in behind Wright State. So 1 win is all Wright State needs. Wright State would have to lose all 3 games, and then one of these teams that is have 7 losses would need to win the rest of their games, including Robert Morris. They're 10-7. So this is it for Robert Morris. They want to win the regular. We want to share the regular season championship. They need to win this game, and Wright State here favored by 5 in this one. And look, it's gone up here a little bit, but I'm going to take Wright State here as my pick. Give me Wright State in this one. The steam came in on Wright State a short time ago. Look, Wright State comes in 18-10. Robert Morris comes in 18-10. But again, 13-4 in conference for Wright State. You know, Robert Morris is a great player in Deshaun Good, but Wright State's been really a cohesive team. Robert Morris has won 4 straight. They've covered 4 straight over Wright, Youngstown, Cleveland, and Oakland. For Wright here, they've won 2 straight over Cleveland and IU Indy. Wright State comes in here 10-8 against the spread as a favorite. They did meet already back about 3 weeks ago, and it was Robert Morris winning 72-68 there in that one. So I'm going to take Wright to get a little revenge here and win the conference championship. 2 more games here real quick. It's Iowa and Wisconsin here tonight, with Wisconsin favored at home by 2.5 here on this one. A pretty good contest here between these two. But for me, I'm going to take Wisconsin here with this game. Iowa is just 1-7 straight up and against the spread in their last 6 games against Wisconsin. Wisconsin's covered 4 of their last 5. They've won 9 of their last 12. Wisconsin's 13-2 in their last 15 at home. Iowa's won 7 of their last 9. Iowa's gone over in 5 of their last 7. And Wisconsin's gone over in 5 of their last 7 as well. But give me Wisconsin in this one. Last game up is an easy one here for Texas, San Antonio, and Tulsa. The only reason why this one got mentioned, other than we were desperate for games to talk about here, but really it's more about where the teams stand currently in conference play right now. In this one, Tulsa still has a chance here in the American. They are 9-5. They are 2 games back of South Florida. Wichita's 10-5. This is one where there is a championship still to be determined, although Tulsa's kind of giving it away here, losing 3 of their last 4. But I think Tulsa rocks them today. That's going to do it for the morning's team. Let's do the drawing and get on out of here. Then we're going to go over, and everyone, as soon as we get over there, if you haven't already done it, say hello to the guys. Here comes the drawing, and then we're out of here. Thanks, everybody. Had a great time with you. Enjoy this overtime. Hopefully it's not over in 2 seconds. Here, who's going to win the drawing? It is AOD! Go Pistons! Go, everybody. Thank you so much, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the game. Thank you for all those plays on the last game there. Bobby Morris here for, or let's see, anything on Texas San Antonio? I know I skipped all these, you guys. Sorry about that. Let's head on over there right now and meet over there in 2 seconds. I'll meet you guys over there. For the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. Enjoy the game.
It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we